Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest episode of Scheduled Conflicts.
Y'all wouldn't believe how funny we were being.
Oh yeah, you missed all the funny things.
Yeah, we're all out of jokes
going to
now.
hear ever again.
We're all out of jokes. It's time to be
Completely out of
real
jokes.
serious now.
Yep.
But
Time for cereal time.
before we begin, I wanted to give a nice, warm, happy birthday to our Scarlet over here.
Yay! Happy birthday!
And as is tradition in my D&D streams, you get yourself a birthday inspiration. You may use it whenever you like.
Thank you. I shall use it wisely.
So,
And by that I mean I will use it the first initiative, like the first check that I have.
I saved mine for like a week and a half. You can save yours for at least 3 days.
I know.
It's only
I
1 week,
used mine
actually.
immediately.
so y'all remember what happened last time?
Whenever I
wrong.
use mine is my choice.
Drama is what happened last time.
I'm also my dad.
Lots of...
We made CL Phantom Hive canon in your game.
Yes.
All right, yeah, that was it.
Well, still have to make a deal with the devil, but maybe later.
Hey, he'll become a warlock later, maybe.
Either way, after the turmoil that was the ball, the guards took a simple head count of the nobility that lived and the nobility that died, allowing people to go back to their respective homes under strict lockdowns currently going on in the city. When a vampire group attacks the entire Citadel of Light, you know there's gonna be an investigation coming. But for now...
Yeah, martial law.
But for now, you have been allowed to return to a home and rest up. Odds are you imagine that they will be coming to you all one by one for questions. If not, you can only anticipate what is to happen in the future.
For
For
we
now,
learned some things.
Sadiel has told you that you may stay at her place near the very edges of the Ceres district. There she has a humble but well-decorated home. Seems like it is for a couple. Sort of park the caravan off to the side with this sort of like wooden awning over it. So, they call you Tora now.
Well, I didn't think the old name suited me. I didn't think the old anything suited me, really.
Yeah, overheard it through all the screaming. I got a little confused. So who are
I
your
appreciate
friends
you
here?
using it nonetheless.
Yes.
Well, funny enough, it started as just people I got shanghaied with on a pirate ship. But we've been traveling around the world since, doing some good here and there. So, I'm just gonna point out. I'm just gonna introduce everybody one by one. So, he's my big furball friend, Ilafi.
Hi.
He's the goblin. My friend is named Tarana.
Howdy.
My blue robotic friend is Joust.
Hello, nice to meet you.
The last one is a ball of sunshine. I will let him introduce himself.
It's because he doesn't like saying my name.
It's a silly name.
I'm not the one who picked it.
You're the
Pain
one who
correct.
chose to keep it.
Yeah, sure. Just pain. It's fine.
Pain.
Yeah. So you can see why he calls me what he calls me.
That's your name.
Yes.
The name your parents gave you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see why the two of you are friends.
Cora is smiling so wide right now.
That's in Strana.
It's so
See, Jazz
funny.
is confused. He's like, I don't get it. What's going on?
I'm
Like,
90% sure that some of us were not there for that conversation, but it's still very funny to do what you did.
Mhm.
Well, there's not much room inside, but we can accommodate you for the time being. She just steps herself way out of the caravan.
You live
It's
here by
appreciated.
yourself.
I'm getting out of these stuffy clothes.
I stay here with my wife.
Oh. We aren't interrupting anything, are we?
Oh no, she's on business elsewhere right now. So the house is empty.
Ah. I didn't want to intrude.
And you're all introduced to well decorated hardwood trimmed floors, all split up in their patterns to represent like different parts of the house. The dining room has a different floor pattern than all the other rooms. Kitchen with black marble floors, a sort of little nook by the fire with chairs and couches. We have a bit of an office to our right, the little nook here. I don't have any spare sleeping arrangements, so you'll have to sort yourselves out with that one.
A bedroll on the floor will do just fine.
I'm
mean,
sure we
that-
can figure something out.
I don't
It
take
took
up much space.
Ilafi but mere moments to change out of his clothes. He did it in the carriage just for convenience. This is so much better. I don't know how you guys are still wearing those things.
Oh, yes, I should change my outfit. Just starts
No.
actually.
Yeah, now that they're inside, Tora will take his mask off.
Same here.
Strana already did while driving. Or, well. Was Strana driving? Strana was driving.
Grana was driving.
No, I was driving.
Oh, no, Payne was driving. You're right.
Alright, then, yeah. I took it off while riding shotgun.
You just see her sit in one of the lounge chairs. Sort of slump back and try to relax for the first time since the ball started. Well, I'm sure you have many questions. The night is still young.
Don't I start out at once?
I'm trying to resist the urge to make all my silly questions that I normally do.
Let me start.
Hmm.
I wasn't paying attention when we walked up. Is your roof flat?
First question of the night, folks.
Yes?
Fantastic. Olafi's going to briefly step outside.
He likes to sleep on the roof, apparently.
He does exactly that. Brings all of his bed stuff to the roof.
Don't question it.
Let's get some other things out of the way first. How did you end up here of all places?
Well, when we first escaped from Elias, I knew, or rather the Feywild, I knew staying around Elias was going to be trouble. You went your separate way after helping me reconvene with my wife, and we had to make a decision on where to go next. Luckily, our name still has some hold in other places around the country. We ended up taking our way to the port town and sailing our way over here to Falling Fire. Couple favors here, a few bribes with what money we had saved up from our escape, and suddenly we had new names, new aliases, new lives. Been trying to lay low and lay happy for as long as we could.
And are you happy?
Only happy enough to know that it took this long for Queen Elias to catch up to us. You found us then. It's only a matter of time before she rediscovers us.
It's concerning that she knew you were here.
She must have had help, I assume.
And she didn't know exactly where. Falling Fire is a big place.
1,000 Mile City, it's easy to get lost here.
It's kind of terrible.
Apparently, your dad's helping her.
You can see her, like, her lips purse as her teeth clench, and she just... Of course. Anything for the greater good of his people.
Or for himself, I suppose.
He's been throwing our people into the proverbial fire for years. Looks like this time we were the ones to be harvested, not our crops. Not our bountiful resources.
Apparently not as quite as bountiful as they used to be.
We unfortunately got stuck for a little bit in the Feywild, and things aren't good there.
How bad is it?
Not great.
I look to Tori.
No, well, thanks to a lot of gluttony, the Feywild is heading toward a famine.
It's unheard of. Feywild's always had more than enough for its people. That's why the Autumn Court thrives when it does.
Now, apparently they're keeping a hold of a lot more of it than they used to.
Tora,
Hmm.
should we tell them about kind of why we are here to find them? Because of me, unfortunately.
You have to do in all this.
Well, so I am originally from here, but in a grand roundabout way, it seems I found myself back, but seems the reason why I awakened, as he kind of moves his hands a little bit, like, seems to be that I am a demigod of the god of nature. And the
It is.
reason, yeah, I think, I'm not sure per se, but it seems that they want you and I to get married. But it seems you're married, so I can't allow that to happen.
And neither can I.
And I'm sorry, you're a wonderful lady, but I just met you, and I think you're very happy with your wife. Just like, but so I don't want to get in between any of that. I'm just saying that right now. I'm just kind of rolling with the punches right now.
Frankly, Joust, it's more likely that is just a ruse to get us to bring her back. Clearly,
Right.
there's a lot more going on here.
Yes, I don't know how anything of a simple courtship would make any of this fix anything. is what I-
Well, you are a demigod, and
Yeah.
they're from a different plane. It is possible that that the merger between the two could possibly create some sort of magic signature that brings the Feywild here.
I don't think that would be a good idea at all. I'm just gonna say that right now.
don't
I
so
think
either.
yeah, I mean, I think change doesn't come from these crazy gods who throw us around like playthings. I think it starts with people like us. Wow, it's weird for me to say that. It's just thinks about it like, wow. I think we could fix it ourselves, but I don't know how.
Well, marriage is definitely out of the question, so what are our options?
That is the meat and potatoes of the subject. Any ideas, anyone?
Well,
Aside from
There's-
running some more.
A question I wanted to ask. She probably wants you for some reason, but I was wondering if there was maybe any secrets you knew. She seems very deceptive.
Oh yes.
Sometimes figuring out a deceptive person's secrets is enough to make them crack.
I mean, there was not much to say. I'm from a long lineage of nobility within the Autumn Court of the Feywild. My family's name holds sway amongst the courts. And once Autumn was to arrive, I was to become the next leader.
Hmm. And you don't happen to know any big secret of the Autumn Court or anything like that?
Do you think I should leave
There are
this room?
Might not be a bad idea, Joust.
You know, I feel like I don't want to make any important things, so I'm gonna go, I guess, freshen up. It's just like walks outside. He's just like, I'll be outside. Just kind of stands out there and be like, he's like, you're fucking things up again, Joust. He like sound like sad a bit, like
Oh,
you
Aw.
see, he just closed
I'll
the
go
door.
with him as I follow Joust outside.
I was going to offer too, but I'll stay. That's fine.
Drona,
He doesn't want to
Yeah.
hurt anybody.
if I may, I want to pull you aside just for a moment. Just
Sure thing.
briefly.
Sure thing. And I guess
suppose if we're getting settled in, I'll make some tea.
And then number 3, really quickly. Wow.
So, Drona, do you happen to have a sending spell?
right now.
Yes, right now.
I'm a little worn out, but I think I could manage one.
Okay. Right. I need you to send a message to Patray to pass along to someone named Blackjack.
And hookers?
No.
Just
Can
Blackjack?
Olafi interrupt in this conversation? I could probably hear you guys through the wall, right?
I'd prefer you not.
Okay.
I need you to send him a message to Blackjack so that he can inform who he needs to inform, and he will know. The Child of Dreams has seen the light. A war is imminent. Thank Southstone. Can you do that?
Understood. I'll do it when I'm outside with Jess.
Okay.
The fires are lit. Roar calls raid.
Mhm.
All right. I will then proceed to head outside with Jess,
Okay, and as
Alright.
she does so, I'm walking back in.
and I will deliver the message as worded, unless you want me to actually say it back to you
No, it's
in
fine.
my words. All right. Cool.
See, Jess is trying to look cool when you come out. Oh, hi. Like, does the awkward, like,
You do get a response back from Padre, though.
Oh.
Ooh, a middleman for heavy operations. Spicy. I will send the message right away.
And I can't send one back because that's not how that spell works.
You can sense the intrigue in his voice as he talked back to you.
Alright. Well, now that that call's over with, I, I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry that we need to keep you a little distant. Yes.
It's a strange feeling, Drana. Now that memories have come back and fragmented circuitry is restored, I know who I am, but not what I'll become. So, is this what humans feel all the time? Uncertainty, but yet anticipation and excitement?
Well, I don't know about humans, but us goblins seem to like it just fine.
I think I'll have to take a little idea from goblins and be a little more goblin mode. As he twiddles his fingers, thinks about it, like, you don't say, huh? He's like, but you don't have to deal with that here. I'm just pretending what it would be like if I could smoke. Ooh, I kind of see. I don't really have much breath though. But yeah, you could go back inside. I don't want to. It's important there. You are the captain, of course.
Oh, no, you don't
Yeah.
need me in there, and I prefer to keep you company.
But are you doing all right? You seem a bit frazzled.
I mean, after tonight, wouldn't you be? Or, well, I'm surprised you aren't.
Well, I mask it well. But I feel a bit of one door closing, and I was able to say something that I was thinking about for a long time. But sadness, yes. But, you can only grieve in your own way. That's what humans do, after all. Well, humanoids, I suppose.
There we go.
Ah, yes.
But, well, I just hope that everything turns out alright. And, well, if you ever want to go visit him, you could always take a walk to his home.
Well, he knows how to find me.
And Drana just kind of sits down outside with Joust.
Yeah, Joust will sit down and he'll just be chatting back and forth with her. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sadio's already set down the cups and the saucers and just something to help us all calm down a little bit.
Thanks.
He just takes the tea and just takes a sip.
Fuck tonight.
All of my plans involved you hopefully knowing some secret, some reason beyond the obvious that a god would have wanted you.
Yes, I still don't know if I believe that it's as simple as you're next in line for succession.
Can't be. Otherwise, why go through the trouble of having sacrifice after sacrifice to Elias? Just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
I only know that if we don't do that, she will be bound to invade us by force.
Why is she so keen on getting control of the Feywild in general?
I do not know the mad intention of God, especially one who is supposed to encompass the very essence of nature itself.
It may very well be that. It's a realm of nature that's not under her domain.
Very much possible. If a god were to try to control all aspects of nature, even ones outside of their domain, they might do very terrible things for it. It is not in their nature to be good, it is simply in their nature to represent their domain.
Well, that's the thing, I don't think she's representing it quite well.
Do you know what's going on in Elias right now?
I've been trying to keep away from any news that's related to home. I figured the less I know, the better.
Well, just so you are in the loop. The Queen has apparently tried to make the city as perfect as she can. People have been abducted from all over the world, dropped in Elias, and essentially charmed into believing that that's where they need to be. Best of the best, doing their jobs as Queen Elias wants them to, with no desire to leave.
And no fire of life. My wife was practically a different person.
I'm sorry it happened. I wish I knew more about Elias. Sadly, I don't.
Yeah, so I want to kill a god.
To say that so nonchalantly in the essence of Keen.
Yeah,
But Kane wouldn't mind if I killed that one.
At this point, I don't think Keen would mind if you killed anybody.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's more of a, he's so caught up in this feud he has up in the north. Too focused on that he can't really care about anything else, or how anything else really gets done.
Well, it's hard to focus when you feel as though enemies are on all sides of you.
Oh. When a leader feels that, the people feel it too.
Guys, I think we have a serious problem.
You think?
The
Another
only
one?
way I see this going forward is us killing a god. It's the only thing that works. It seems like the only way we're going to spare us, the Feywild, everyone else in Elias, and possibly this entire mortal realm is by somehow stopping Elias.
A revolution.
We definitely need to stop her, that's true, but killing a god is a bit of a tall order, don't you think?
We've heard rumors of how.
I mean, yeah, but
We know it's possible.
just because it's possible doesn't mean that it's possible right now.
And
We do
we-
have some time.
Then a revolt, then. A revolution.
Mhm.
That might be difficult when so much of the city is under her charm.
Unless we can find a way to remove that charm.
I suppose we
Sickening
could.
thing
Wait.
is,
Hold
Sick-
up. There must be a way. I know we tried with Drana's shield before to make it so the charm wore off, but do you think there'd be a different way?
Suppose we'll take into account that so far it's only the city itself that she controls, not the entire
Well-
country.
Mm-hmm.
Tora, your sister managed to figure it out, and she stayed low in the capital itself. How do you think that she's been able to do that?
She might just be staying under the radar well enough. She could potentially not interest Elias.
I don't see why not.
If I'm being completely honest, I didn't get a good enough read on her to really know one way or another. For all I know, it's all part of this. For now, I assume she's just staying far enough under the radar that she's not getting caught.
Right.
Suppose in the meantime, then, it's just a matter of taking inventory of what allies we do have, seeing what numbers we
Speaking-
can rouse up.
Speaking of allies,
Patre will be on our side.
this is going to seem like a really off-topic question, but it's important to something that I'm going to lead into. Stardiel, do you happen to know what the best pastry shop here is, or cafe, anything like that?
I'm sorry, is this really the
It's-
time?
Yes. This is important for later. Trust me.
Pastries.
Yes. Anything for someone with the biggest sweet tooth that there possibly could be.
Trust me, Sunshine doesn't have a sense of humor. If he's saying it, he means it.
I do have a sense of humor. It's just not appropriate for this time and place.
Well, there is a place in the Seoul district I like to frequent. They call themselves the Cakewalk.
It's a clever. I like it.
It sounds delicious.
No,
Okay.
nice, quick convenience, but very tasty.
Something more of a sit-down place. People can kind of come and go and, like, just sit down, eat, take the time, you know, like...
Oh yes, they have lodging outside of their bakery.
Okay. Any, like, private areas or anything like that where people can have conversations?
No, it's more of an open setup.
Okay, I'm gonna need something a little bit more private. Do you have anything else in mind?
I'm sorry, I just keep laughing. Like we went from we need to figure out how to kill a
need to kill
god
a
to
god.
do you know
I
where to
don't-
get good donut?
Just,
You
just
know,
trust me on this, okay?
Plan here is some contact or something that really likes sweets. We got
where
it.
can I get some tiramisu?
There's... Sorry, go ahead.
So I don't know what you want from me. I know a bakery place. I don't know private bakeries.
I mean more like the sit-down kind of cafe kind of areas.
How private can you even get in this city?
You're talking with me in my own house, aren't you?
This would be a good spot. for whatever it is you want to do, Payne. Nothing says we can't bring the sweets here. I think it's a great idea. I could totally go for some.
I wouldn't want to risk, exposing our base of operations here.
This wouldn't be our base of operations. It's only temporary.
So you have somewhere else to be? In case things go south?
Well, there was talk of crossing over the border into the Rainy Vale. Even just Skylysium.
Being nomadic does make it much easier to hide.
Hmm. If you're sure that I can bring this contact here.
What contact?
Ophelia Reinhessen. She and I used to work together.
And it was imperative that you had a baked good with you on that?
She has the biggest sweet tooth, you have no idea. Anything, just chocolate or cake, anything along those lines, she absolutely adores. She may be tough and scary
You
on
just
the
see this
outside, but
flabbergasted look on your face, like, we're talking about revolution here, and you want to bring cake to a girl?
We're
this is
gathering our
important.
allies. It makes sense.
Okay,
Let them eat
Okay.
cake.
listen.
Look,
let me explain, please. Please, let me explain. Okay, so Ophelia and I used to work together.
So you're gonna butter her up?
I'm going to talk to her, and I'm going to tell her as much as I can about what it is that we're doing. She and I were friends.
Were.
It's likely that she still doesn't know anything of what happened the last time that we saw each other.
Then how do we know that she'd still be on our side?
I promised her that I'd tell her everything, and I plan to keep that promise. This is why I was thinking of a cafe or something, that way it would be neutral ground. Not risk anybody in here.
Well, until the lockdown is lifted, we're all kind of stuck here.
Her included. Would you be alright with her being here?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
You don't even know Ophelia Reinhardt? Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry,
That's the Mouse City, Jane.
Sorry, when I'm trying to be undercover, I obey the laws.
Yeah, we're not good at that.
Not wrong.
Then I think she would have no trouble with you. I mean, as far as she's concerned, you're a upstanding citizen.
And a man.
And a man. But, you can use that disguise again, now can't you?
Yes.
So then there we go. Problem solved. It doesn't have to be like an entire dining area, just here is fine. I just need to talk with her.
Sort of like playfully puts her hand out to you, just like, we have a kitchen. You can make a cake yourself.
Yeah, with what cooking skills?
Just a way to show you might care.
She knows I can't cook. And if I even fucking try, she's gonna think something's up. Besides, better to get her something that she likes out of the money out of my own pocket than risk ruining your kitchen.
Well, unfortunately, you're stuck within the district, so my bakery's out of the question.
Fine, I guess. I just need, a place to talk to her. That's all I really need.
Well, here you go.
All right. I'm gonna try seeing if I can get her tomorrow. Hopefully she and I can have a conversation.
So you're going to talk to your Ophelia, and then what?
Hopefully she can lend some aid.
In what?
Maybe some insight
Soldiers?
into an organization that she and I used to work for that deals in a similar issue.
And this organization would be willing to help us.
I don't know if they'd be willing to help us, but she'd be able to provide some insight as to what exactly has been going on. I wouldn't count on the organization to help, but I'd count on her.
Then why don't we count the eggs that we do have? You mentioned Patre, correct?
Patre will definitely help us. I had a
He's
brief
an-
conversation with him during the ball.
He's an informant. That doesn't mean he's going to directly get himself involved.
Yeah. And that's fine.
One amongst us does command a city full of pirates we can call on.
Yes, I was very curious about that when the name popped up. Because as far as I know, there is no actual Queen of the North.
There is now.
Well.
I think Gallius is technically to the north.
That might be a good place to start gathering forces. She's the one in charge, after all. Patre could be an informant inside the country. What else?
There's always Calypso.
And the bows, yeah.
I'm 90% Slambo would join just for fun, but if we could get Calypso's more direct or even a little bit of extra indirect help.
The trick with asking Calypso is if she stops doing what she's doing, then the entirety of the Feywild begins a panic.
Oh, I wouldn't ask, her direct help, but she must have more minions than just the bows. Don't get me wrong, if we were to get them together, it would be...
Maybe the bows are her
fortuitous.
champions, but those are the ones that she has, and they're exceptional champions. I mean, she picks
No need to
Slambo
go
for a
stroking
reason.
your own ego. Chill.
I was referring to Slambo, not me.
That was a joke. I understand. Don't worry about it. Gotta keep things light somehow. We're talking about revolution, right?
You think that maybe Concerno might be able to help?
And the man we met once?
Yeah.
He knows us for a... Hey, guy that we've known for a day. Want to go kill a god with us?
That seems bold and quite possibly stupid. Speaking of guy we've only known for a day that might be willing to help us, that druid we found.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got it in for Elias already.
Mm-hmm. That's an easy win.
Isn't she?
If it can give us more
isn't that-
things like Merid, that would be great.
Isn't that druid kind of like stuck in that one place though? I doubt that he's able to move.
Think about what he was able to do with that horse.
Yeah, what he was able to do from Muerte was fucking awesome, but I think that's
That was
about as
the
much
name.
as he
I
can
got
do.
the name wrong. We'll have to see. Maybe with the promise of direct revolution, might be willing to give
Maybe.
us more.
There's only so much help people are willing to give.
He just had the entire village.
Oh, my Discord is breaking up real bad.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh damn! Is it like everyone?
It started with Tora, but then Alafi started going a bit robot.
Weird.
It's okay. It
Wow.
seems to be It seems to be evening it out.
Yeah, Discord's just been weird lately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Discord, why do you gotta be weird now?
Discord, no.
Come on.
I mean, it works for Joust because, well,
Robot.
All right, let's do a quick list.
So-
Real quick.
Yeah.
Pirates of Gallish. I have to question if ordering them to do anything would work, but some of them would probably join on principle, right?
I mean, maybe.
Sent you a message, Gob, in our private little note-taking chat.
Then there's the Bows and Calypso. We'll put them together. Patre, having an informant. Maybe we have more allies than we think. Who knows? Have to ask him to find out. Any citizens of Elias that we can convince that would join us after revealing some knowledge. And I bet you that if push came to shove, we could probably get... Oh, what was that man's name? It's not a name I should forget. It's from my backstory. What was the carnival guy?
The ringleader?
Ringleader
ringleader?
man?
Yeah.
Yes.
you mean the one with the miniature that's still over here?
Yes, that one, exactly. Buress. Buress has been doing his whole thing under duress. Could probably change that. In fact, he's probably just north of us right now.
Perhaps that could be the first step then.
Thinking back to Gallius put something in my mind.
Hmm.
The problem with Revolution and Elias is how many people are under her thrall. Is it possible we could recreate the restoration magic maybe that the Bloody Maggie used on such a wide scale?
I don't know.
Oh god. I don't see how we could amass that much power. I mean, if we're talking about blood, there is that other guy.
Blood for the blood.
Battle a current god with a forgotten one?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm fresh out of ideas on that one.
A lost god?
How much do you want to know?
Well, if I am going to be a confidant in this situation, then I need to know as much as possible.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not going back to Elias. So I don't really have much of a choice.
The last thing I want is for you to go back to Elias.
Fortunately, with how things transpired at the palace, you're stuck with me. So spill it.
I suppose I can. In the north, we found a shrine. Someone want to remind me of the name? Apparently, names are the bane of my existence today.
God of War, God of Blood, whichever one you want to use.
I keep wanting to say corn, but it's definitely not corn.
We had a name.
We did,
Yeah.
and I forgot it.
I've even
Zulian.
spoken of him recently.
Zulian. He's right here. Like,
Zulian, yeah.
Oh, thanks, God.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I have them on handy.
It was the god's
In
name
fact, I'll just leave it right here for now.
Yeah, there you go.
was Zulian, a god of war. Let's see how that one could be convinced to join us.
What you say is true, and they are god of war, then this sounds like it would be something right up their alley.
And amusingly enough, they actually seem like a decent enough person. Actually, very helpful, in fact.
More helpful than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. Kind, even.
I don't know about kind, but merciful, yeah.
So much blasphemy under one roof, it almost makes you laugh.
Oh, you want blasphemy? You're looking at blasphemy right here.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
don't even know it yet.
Yes, blasphemy that decided to name itself Pain.
I didn't name it myself. That name. My house did.
Regardless.
So it seems like our travels are most likely to bring us back north. Oh, there's another group of people that might help us.
What are you
If you ask
thinking?
Trana.
My family.
That's what I was thinking.
We have a month. It'd take a... Well, no. How long do we have? Like 3 months, was it?
We have until the next autumn season.
You are currently in the first month of spring. So you have...
We have like 5 months.
Give or take, yeah. Unless the groundhog season, then it's in early fall, you know?
Yeah, 5 months.
If we free our people and the dwarves, I'm sure some of them would be willing to help. And it'd be good practice if, well, I mean, Gaia probably wouldn't intervene. She'd find it amusing to see how strong those who are oppressed become. God, I'd love to take her head off too.
One
yes.
tyrannical god at a time.
Dare I say one god at a time.
And I don't mean to tout to Gaia's strength, but I'm more scared of Gaia than I am Elias. Elias tries tricks and whatnot. Gaia is nothing but strength.
You should see Keen, he's nothing but oppression.
I'm more curious to see what Elias does when they run out of tricks.
It's probably scary. Probably try to turn us against ourselves, but we'll see how it goes. That's a long way off yet.
But as far as any of this is concerned, once the lockdown is lifted, do our best to start heading north then.
How long does this lockdown thing usually last?
I don't know, it's unheard of to have the Citadel of Light be directly under attack like that. Most likely they're going to find everyone who was on the list and question them. As
I
well
have
as
a feeling you'd go under the guise of questioning us. It wouldn't be a bad cover story for her. And it would actually cover our asses.
Would be really useful.
Yeah.
So, general plan. We head north. We find Beres and his caravan. Honestly, that could be a really cheeky way to get a few choice people into the city. They know a drop-off point. Oh. Someone write that down. That's really useful. A really good idea.
Wait, what?
Beres already has a deal going with Elias to bring people to her. So if we can get Beres on our side, we could potentially use that to get allies inside the city. Possibly without her knowing. General plan, head north, find Beres, convince him to join us.
Profit.
Hit stop to Gallius. A little jaunt from there, chat to a god of death. Sorry, god of war. God of death is probably in the Southland hiding or something, who knows. We let Drana talk to her people about getting things set up to go to war, because that's going to take time and planning, of course. And then I guess we'll move through the Ring Vale. It's probably where we'll drop you off for now. Pointing to Sadia, of course. Or maybe we split off at whatever little town that is. Alafia's conveniently pulled out a map. Sure, we had a map, right?
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
We lived in the caravan when we got teleported. Damn.
Sending you and your wife to the Reigning Vale. We can pass back through there in a bit to Durandal. If we're lucky, maybe the giants will be distracted because of what happened here with that Gian fellow. And maybe we'll be able to do something. It wouldn't be the only revolution cause. One against an oppressive leader and the other against a god. If we could take down Grasgard, that entire nation would be free. Very good potential.
It's not a bad idea. Just a
just
matter
be
of
a
getting there and making the time.
Yes, it would just be a matter of getting them all the way to Elias.
Mm-hmm.
And that could take a long time. We only have 5 months. And that's not really as short of a window as we think. Or as long of a window as we think, sorry. Still out of it, I'm... Fuck tonight.
I think the timeline lines up. It'll take us approximately, say, 15 days, approx, to get to that crossroad, to get you towards the Reigning Vale. So rude. And then from there... Well, that's not helpful. Instead of going sideways, it just goes up.
Sorry, it's just the way the map's set up.
Yeah.
You gotta go at it from behind the map.
Very amusing. Okay. We'll figure this out later.
All right.
The specific dates matter not.
Olafi's not good with math.
I think it'll take us about a month to do all of our talking, all of our chatting, to gather up what allies we currently have, and then we can spend a whole month traveling to Durandal, doing what we need to do, and a month to come back. And we'd still have 2 months to prepare. Hell, maybe we'll learn something else and we'll move south to Everspire. Oh, there's also the college.
We've got one guy in the college.
Yeah, one guy that knows about the forge. We don't just need to... We actually need him. There is no doubt.
Can't trust him, but we definitely need him, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that means I guess we do trust him.
We place a little bit of trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much to where we get blindsided, yeah?
He would gain nothing from blindsiding us, I think. But that's neither here nor there. We need the forge.
Yeah.
And to fill you in on this little piece of information as well, it's a forge that uses a particular type of metal to make weapons that can kill gods. We've had this conversation before.
I have only ever read of such legends. I've never seen it put into action before.
Ah, I think you
It
have
is.
seen the metal. Oh no, Drana wasn't around with her shield today.
No, she, yeah. So, at this point in time, we need to figure out what we can do right now, aside from getting rest.
Resting and waiting for this lockdown to be lifted.
Do you think maybe we could just tell them that we all died?
I doubt that.
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure.
dead.
Let's just go
Yeah.
walk up to him. I'm sorry, I couldn't make it to the concessions. I'm dead.
I'm a ghost. Oh, now my spirit's gonna go away.
Well,
Ah.
maybe some of the more talkative of our group could say, "Oh no, the other ones died of their wounds later that night."
I have an idea of,
They
what it is
saw
that
you
I can
all
do.
walk out with
have an
nary a
idea of
wound.
what it
The
is.
dead are all those that remained in the palace that night. This night.
Fine.
I've got an idea. So I get Ophelia to be here. She and I talk, and we also use this as a chance for her to basically take our testimonies. We say, whatever story it is that we want to, tell her.
Do those paladins normally work alone?
I can get her to come alone.
That's true.
I can at
If-
least try.
I mean, always worth a shot.
Yeah.
I would think our best plan would be to just not be here. We already got out of the city, obviously.
I need to have this conversation with her.
Oh, you absolutely can, but I mean, for the rest of us, like, not being here is the best option, especially for Joust.
Joust is very hard to recognize now, thankfully.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Ophelia knows who we are, so she can at least take our, interviews into account. We can say, like, oh, I was trying to help get people out. Or
I mean, that was true.
I was trying to fight back. Things along those lines.
All right. I think we're talking about the right kind of stuff that Joust and Drana can join.
Yeah.
I'll go get him.
Hey, Drana.
Yeah.
How many times have you noticed that it's these little quiet moments in the midst of life that give the rest extra special meaning?
All right, you
No.
guys can come in now.
Oh, right. I'm good.
Well, the little moments do have the biggest impact, Jess. As
Thank
I
you, Kat.
stand up and I walk back inside.
No, Joust. We specifically want you to come back inside. Your input could be very helpful.
Oh, right. That's a good one. I thought I was the funny one, Alafi. Don't quit your day job. He pats your cheek as he walks by, or like your side. Don't
God,
quit your
you
day.
are feeling out of it. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is Elafi's immediate response is like, "Oh, you're taking a jab at me? You must feel terrible right now."
Yeah. Oh my God. You must be like clinically depressed. Like secretly, I'm very lonely. Just like that.
You guys see, like, Elafi's face genuinely looks concerned as he walks in behind Joust, like,
I'm sorry. I didn't want to threaten or make anything because it's weird. I don't trust myself, given what truly I am, and I hope I didn't infer anything rudeness, your ladyship.
I'm sure you're fine, Joust.
Yeah, I know, but better safe than sorry, because if something happened to all of you, I would be even more devastated than I am right now.
It's quite all right.
Hmm.
Besides, there was no
But,
chance you were going to be my husband.
Oh, I already have my heart spoken for another.
Let's not have this conversation. We need to talk about how we're going to avoid getting caught.
Yes.
Oh, you need to get out of Fallen Fire.
That would be fantastic. I would love to get out of here, but sometimes my fantasies can't always come true.
That is going to be a problem at the very current moment. If it is a full-scale lockdown, as they have, or if they have declared, then this is a gridlock. Each of the sections will be no in and out without extreme clearance.
Yes, essentially, if you're not with the guard or working alongside them, it's a no-go.
Yes, that is true. Very few places have regulated, especially the outer wall. That will be extremely locked down. There'll be very few ways. The railways might have limited run-ins. It is going to be points all over. The Bright Guard will be everywhere.
If you're looking for quick and dirty, it would have to be on foot.
Mm-hmm. I suppose we could magically escape, but that would be harder.
But then they would
Also
account for
overwhelming.
folks going missing,
That is correct.
making
Right
you
now, we
prime
have been
suspects.
Yes,
So
we have been
here-
accounted for.
Here's what I'm thinking, just so that we
Well,
can.
I
at
mean,
least-
it is technically our fault.
Yes,
No.
that is true.
It's not. It's not. So here's what I'm considering.
All right.
My friend Ophelia works with the guard. She
Mhm.
knows our faces. She knows who we are, to an extent. So, if I can at least convince her to come here by herself, so that she and I can have a private conversation. In exchange, we give our testimonies of what happened tonight. It doesn't have to be the whole entire thing. We just say, "Oh, I was trying to get people out," or "I was trying to fight back," or, "I was just as shocked as anyone else."
She is a paladin of Keen, no?
She is.
Presumably, they will take our testimony in some sort of magical truth-telling zone of sorts.
This is why it's a half-truth. We are technically telling
I'm not
the
good at
truth.
half-truths, Kane. I'm not good at half-truths, Pain. It says not in his head, like...
You say something along the lines of, you were trying to protect the child present.
I think they're gonna know who I am if they talk to me, by the way. Kind of hard to realize I'm not breathing as he's waving his hand.
My point is, Joust, is if she can get what testimony that she needs from us, she will clear our names from the list, and we don't have to be worrying about any of the Bright God coming down and breathing down our necks for our own testimonies, questioning us, because eventually the Bright God will question us.
I do want to say one thing. The moment I told you that little note you tried to me, she almost tried to crush my throat box.
Oh yeah, she's terrifying, isn't she?
Yes. Why
You
do
would
you
not
think we should
believe-
trust her? She would kill me. Just
Okay.
it's like nervously.
Joust.
Mm-hmm.
She acts and presents as tough as she needs to be, but on the inside, she is as soft as a rabbit.
Then how do you know that?
Because she and I used to work together.
Uh-huh. Have you talked to her lately?
Yes! At the ball,
Uh-huh.
she
And-
saved my brother.
Uh-huh. Yes. And you just want to go all willy-nilly, gung-ho, gun blazing, and talk to this person who is a high-ranking paladin in Keen, who literally made
She's
a
my
miracle
friend,
happen today.
Joust.
Okay.
She's my actual friend, Joust.
Well, what are we then? I was
okay.
like, we want to
Joust,
make sure you're
stop.
safe. We just want to make
Joust.
sure you're safe, Payne. Okay?
You don't
If this-
need to worry about my fucking safety, Joust.
Your safety is our safety, Payne. We have to look out for all of each other right now.
That's not the point, Joust. You're
I'm-
not listening to me.
Okay, well, I'm down for it. I'm just saying. We gotta be careful. Very careful.
You can just say that and just leave it as, okay?
Alright. I think we're just all a
You're
little
very
hot under the collar
high-strung
right now.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's best time we actually got some rest.
Yes.
But
It'll be a problem to try and return that wagon as well. It's just thinking about it.
I suppose before we go, is unusual circumstance. The way we've been talking. I believe we are now. God, how do they normally do this? Are we generals?
Oh. Why are we started a war? I think I'm out of the loop here, but I'm down.
Just put it simply, we're heretics.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah,
Well,
we
if
already
we're-
knew that, but we're
If we are
cementing-
gathering a revolutionary army, what is our... What are our terms? Commanders,
Hold up,
generals?
We need to keep that conversation on the down low. Well, the joust is here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. La 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 la. Puts his hands over his ears. I wish
Why
I
should
had
Joust not
ears.
know this?
Because we don't
Because
know
I-
if a certain
Because I
Yes.
am.
that there's a thing in him from Elias that's the reason he's alive, and we generally don't know how much of an ear it's giving her.
Yeah, as he opens up his shirt a bit and points like, you know, a little.
Joust,
I mean, you could yank it out if you really need to. Mm-hmm.
do you want to marry me?
Well, I know it's sudden, but I do not want to marry you. God, I can't even remember your name.
Sadio.
Sadio, right.
Oh my god, can you guys not remember names?
No, I know Joust is doing it in character. He's like, listen, I just met you like 20 minutes ago. I don't really think we should get married. At least buy me dinner first. But no, I do not want to marry Sadio. It's just like a robotic like Sadio.
Then that means you're not going to betray me.
Of course. My heart belongs to another. No offense. You're a fine, upstanding lady.
Then you should know we are starting an uprising against Queen Elias.
Oh. Wow. Jeez. As he leans down to his mouth, he's like, you hear that, bitch? He leans down to his heart and like that's it. He's like, go for you, bitch. That's his heart. Yeah. But okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
If she was watching, that was about the least subtle thing ever.
Back to back questions. Do you want to marry me? Do you want to start a revolution?
Well, I'm 1 for 2 then, so 50%. Let's do this.
Oh,
And even if she is hearing, I want my intentions to be very clear.
All I know is they want to mess with us.
It's-
They mess with the entire Sanguine Band.
That could be the name.
Ah, the Sanguine Revolution. That sounds like something for the history books.
so
And you all generals of
does
the
she
Sanguine
know?
Band.
I still feel like calling us generals isn't the right way to say it.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I don't know about
Sadiel, that sounds like there's responsibility attached to that. You know how I am.
Oh, don't worry. I could be like I could figure it out. I'm pretty tactical when it comes to that stuff.
I'm really only good when it comes to the defense of a forest, but we'll make it work.
By the way, what about our you did tell about our friend that we sent away, you know, the one with the one arm as he kind of like does an arm motion.
No, we did not tell her about that, and she doesn't need to know.
well, if we're
Okay.
gathering an army to fight a god, we're going to need every.
That's what I'm saying. They were somewhere nearby.
Mhm.
I want to at least let them know of the pressing situation that we just realized tonight.
Hmm.
Well,
And Drona, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That's the more pressing concern right now.
right. I'm still curious what that meant. But either way, I think we should all at least get some sleep, have some breakfast, and we'll figure it out in the morning. How about that?
Yes.
I need whiskey. I'm gonna need whiskey before I can sleep. Do you have anything that's alcoholic, strong, either or?
I have a bottle of wine
That'll do.
in the kitchen, top shelf on the right.
Thank you.
You want to squat here in this lounge, you may. The office is a bit more private space if you prefer that.
Oh, I
Okay, we'll
don't
just
need
take
much of a
the,
place.
I think
Can
we'll
Lafayette
take the
roll a
off
stealth
then.
check to stealth out the door without anyone noticing so we can head to the roof?
Don't worry, I'll...
Sure, roll me a
I'll-
stealth check, why not?
Only for fun.
Might as well
I
get the
have
first
gone to
roll
the
of the game
kitchen.
in.
Yeah!
Mhm.
I have gone to the kitchen and I am getting
Stealthing from the rest of
wine.
the party. Let's go. Oh, I have advantage on all stealth checks.
Oh, right, because you have the cool wraps.
Well, the first one was better.
Well, I don't think I could get close to
24.
Don't worry, I don't need much sleep, so I'll just stand by the doorway in case
Yeah.
there's trouble.
If I can suggest, it might be best if we give Sunshine the most comfortable room for the night. He's been through a lot tonight.
I agree.
Well, if you two want to take a bedroom, I can accommodate for the night.
Ooh.
Oh my. Now that's a pair we don't see much. Tor and Drana together.
Nah.
Huh?
She just
Just saying, we see...
She just ends up going
not-
into the bedroom, grabbing some like personal bedding of her own from the bed, and takes it into the office. At least do your
I'm
best
just-
to get some rest while you can. It's going to be a long morning tomorrow. Just shuts the door behind her.
Yeah. Rana, do you mind taking that bedroom tonight by yourself?
Oh, I thought Payne would want. Okay, no, I don't mind.
It's a king-size bed for a
Just-
goblin.
Yeah, Drana will walk out the door and.
Right.
Hey, so are we just not going to tell her? As I look to Payne.
Yeah, we're just not going to tell her. There are some things that she does not need to know. It's for her own safety.
How much does she know?
She knows enough. Get some rest, Rona, okay? And hey, thanks for doing what you could tonight.
I appreciate it. Although, this is going to have a major effect on him. I hope you know.
I know.
It's probably not going to end up good.
Believe me, I know.
As I walk inside, Rana is not actually going to sleep on the bed. She's going to sleep on the floor in the corner.
All
I
right.
thought she would pull out a drawer and just lay in that. It's like
A classic, truly.
a
Jump on the
classic
bed.
goblin
Me
trick.
likey bouncy. Me likey bouncy.
Just grabs the wine glass and just like. Where's a freaking bottle of wine?
You're both sort of left in the lounge room by yourselves.
Everyone else turn in?
In their own ways.
Hmm.
Figured you wouldn't be sleeping very well.
What gave that away?
You're good at holding yourself together, but I know it's been a hell of a night.
Yeah. Well, now I don't have to worry about my father finding out who I am now.
Well, for a silver lining, that's a pretty dark one to find.
Yeah, well. You have to understand it was a very complicated relationship.
Just
Yeah, well,
pauses and like looks back at him, like just kind of looking him up and down.
You know, you look really beautiful tonight.
flattery, and you haven't even had the wine yet.
I didn't get a chance to say it when we got ready, and certainly didn't have a chance at the ball, so...
You didn't have a chance to do anything at the ball.
No, not really. To be honest, party's not my forte anyway.
It still would have been nice to find out if your formal dance is better than your freestyle dance.
I highly doubt that. I'd just make you, you know... I'd only embarrass you in front of a crowd anyway. And I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to make you look bad.
Nothing can make me look bad.
I saw the way that as you were kind of, you know, showing off to Padre. How did he take that?
I now know the man is capable of jealousy.
Fucking hell.
I can only hope he knew it was me under the butterfly.
I'm sure he will.
No, you know what? Fuck it. Hang on.
Well,
Gob, Tora is going to start trying to gently move furniture as far toward the walls as he can.
Sure.
And
Alright.
clearing as much floor space as possible.
Luckily, most of the big stuff is already. You sort of like just move two of the chairs, a nightstand between them. So you're left with a nice open space of the rug.
what are you doing?
There's one thing I wanted to do tonight, and damn it, I'm going to get it. So, he's going to reach into his vest to draw out his magic cards, fan them out, pull one with his free hand. Now, you're going to have to give me a moment. The spell isn't meant to be cast like this, so I'm going to have to focus.
Okay.
So, you see Tor start waving the card back and forth in the air, just flicking his wrist back and forth. As he's doing this, he's moving in a very slow circle. If you see the posture of how he's holding his cards and the motion that he's giving this free card, it looks like a painter with a brush and a palette. And this is him casting Major Image. So, as he's doing this, there's going to be a spot on the floor that starts to get wider, taking over the rug and the wood flooring, going out 10 feet in every direction. And it's mimicking the tile on the ballroom floor in the spire. Except dark, as if the lights are currently shut off. At the very edge of the circle, everything starts raising up. The walls and the distance inside the ballroom start to appear almost like almost like a painted background in an old movie, with dark shades and giving this an illusion of depth. It reaches all the way to the ceiling, where it starts coming back in, and just as this dark circle above almost closes, it's left with a bright white circle. And once that appears, the tile underneath in the center begins to become brighter, almost like a spotlight's been cast on it. And Tor's going to give the card one more flick, and an approximation of the ballroom music is going to start to play.
And you be...
Yes, don't spoil this moment.
Oh, no, okay.
What?
He's going to put his cards back in his vest. Closest I can get. I'm basically casting the spell inside out.
Do you have to hold concentration for that?
I normally do. Granted, this might be a little harder. I don't know how long this will last.
Well, then I suppose I would hate for your efforts to go to waste. I can't make any promises I'm going to be good.
Don't worry. At least you won't have anyone to be embarrassed in front of this way.
Oh, just you, and honestly, I think I'm used to that by now.
You've seen my bullshit. You never have to be embarrassed around me, and I'm never going to be embarrassed around you. Come on. Just going to hold out a hand.
There's a small smile, and he just takes the hand.
Yeah, Tora will take the lead, just kind of slow down, pull Pain into this makeshift spotlight and start slow dancing to the music. And there is a malleable illusion effect going on, so as we move, the tile underneath us moves, the image shifts, the illusions of the depth is maintained.
In a virtual reality all your own, amidst a palace that you never got to waltz in. Take this one tiny moment of solitude to enjoy this one delicate moment together. A dance that never got to be danced. In a palace that you never really got to enjoy. All of the what ifs, all the doubts, the turmoil and paranoia, the combat and violence you've all been through over the last months. In this one brief moment, it all just seems to melt away for but a brief moment, as you are simply left to the rhythm of your own company. Tora, get some goddamn inspiration for that.
Smooth, my friend.
I fucking
Smooth.
love this. This is so gay. Oh my god.
I've been wanting to say that the entire time. Keep my damn mouth shut.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
This is so gay. I love it.
Someone's smooth.
So the spell typically lasts for about 10 minutes, but there's a lot of effort going into this. So like as it's winding down, the music would start to slowly stop.
I want to say that they actually kind of like get lost in each other's eyes for a bit. Like they almost lose track of when the music's stopped. They're so wrapped up in the,
yeah,
in the
yeah,
moment.
you do notice that Tor's posture changes a bit when the music starts to quiet.
Yeah, this dance can go on for as long as 10 minutes. By that time, the music starts to fade away. The veil starting from the spotlight up above now just begins to revert itself from back whence it started at the bottom. So you're both hand in hand, lost in each other's eyes in the middle of this little lounge room in the noble's house.
Well, your slow dance is certainly better.
Well, I mean, I had a good lead now, didn't I?
In the morning, it's going to be chaos. So, as long as we had one quiet moment, I just wanted to do something to enjoy it.
Thank you. You know, you're probably one of the more amazing mages that I've ever known. Honestly, one of the more amazing people.
Well, to be fair, you're the one here that didn't let death stop you. That's pretty good, too.
So, I don't know. You want to have a glass of wine then? Just, you know.
You know what? Sure. When else do you get to share a glass of wine with someone in a dress anyway?
Like there's a brief moment where he kind of like almost wants to like you see the intent that he wants to lean in close and he almost does, but he pulls away and just gently lets go of your hand.
I'll I'll go ahead and grab another wine glass, shall I?
Sure.
Grab a second glass of wine. You are left to mull over these experiences and feelings. What happens between now and a long rest is up to you.
Pilaf figures on the roof. Miss my wife.
You see Joust is having some sort of like weird signal dream. His head is just involuntarily just shifting around. There's like
Oh.
yeah, he's having sad nightmares. He's doing the little puppy run, like, like shuffling a bit. Like, yeah.
I imagine it's a quiet evening after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just casual conversation over a bottle of wine.
All right. That I'll say. Get your long rest, everybody.
Level
That
10,
was
let's
so-
go!
That was so fucking gay. Oh my god.
You guys are swinging along like Ranma, for God's sakes.
My heart.
That was really sweet, TJ.
That was
Kudos.
so sweet.
Very well done.
That was adorable.
I was blushing a little bit.
That's how you know you did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
That's good. That's real good.
Great. It's great.
It was so wholesome and gay and sweet and God, I'm gonna throw up.
Diabetically sweet.
I think I might need more cake.
It was a moment that you wish didn't end so soon, but inevitably morning does come.
I imagine I did put the furniture back afterwards.
I would imagine so. Like, after a dance, you sort of, like, put it back, had the wine.
That'd be awkward.
Alafi joust.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Mhm.
Alafi's on the roof and you're at the door.
Yeah, right by the doorway where the coat racks, yeah.
You begin to hear a banging on the door.
Oh, I guess. Morning wakes up. Good. Joss will like immediately wake up and like shift his hat and just turn around and go over to open the door. And it's like, good morning.
And Laffy is peeking his head over the edge of the roof, being like, "Who the fuck is it? Is it who I think it is? Is it time for panic?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
please, no panic.
yeah. Joss is completely unmasked, just messed up
What do you
clothes.
mean?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
I mean, she does look amazing.
Doesn't she? That's my
I mean-
girl.
I mean, goddamn. Oh, jeez.
Yes, from the Grand Palace, the one who saved your brother Payne, donned in this almost custom-built, like, pink-lined armor piece, sort of pulling out into, like, this makeshift dress. You see, like, the armored greaves that are just, like, tinted in the same color to, like, match everything. A rapier at her hilt, this sort of claw of a gauntlet that is attached to her left arm. And behind her appear to be two paladins of Keen.
What? You come with friends?
Yeah. See, Joss opens it. Good morning.
I assume Jonna would wake up.
From the banging, yes.
Drana is immediately going to cast the message spell because she was told to.
Oh no.
I better do that. I better do that sentence.
Oh no.
Well, time to do that sending.
Oh no.
And I tell her, when you have the time, please meet Kane at, and I give the address. As guests of the ball, you can set up interrogation.
Joust, you see
We'll
this.
have the chance and then talk.
Joust, you see this pause go over Ophelia's face as her head tilts. Well, it seems I'm in the right place.
I take it you are Lady Ophelia.
Yeah, and I am here to speak to Lady Sadiel and the rest of the guests that are here.
I'm sorry, I do not know Lady Sadiel.
This is our house, no?
As Josh thinks about it, he's like, what was her name again? It is rude for you not to come in. Please, come inside. As I'm just like out of pain, I turn around, I'm like, I'm here. I'm sorry. Could I take your coat? I am a bit shorter, excuse me. As he like kind of exhumes himself, and I just kind of like, well, they came here a bit early.
Yep, they sure did. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll invite them in for sure.
I have a quick question before any major conversation starts.
Sure.
Elofi with a good vantage point. Do I see any other squads going around? Are they going like door to door? Or did they specifically come to this house with just this squad?
It appears to be a group of 3 with a motor-powered caravan, much like yours.
No.
Is anyone still in their car?
Not that you can see.
Noted.
Okay, so it's just the 3. Good.
We can take 3 of them.
No.
Easily.
No.
You see, like a lot.
I have a plan to kill everyone you meet. It works. Trust me.
Just nods at Lafayette on the outside and goes inside. Just.
Well, I mean, Elafi's on the roof.
I know.
In fact, no one has even seen Elafi since you guys had that conversation last night. He's just gone.
Yeah.
I see you've brought company.
Ronna's gonna go watch it.
Dum-dee-dum-dum.
Elafi's carefully listening to the conversation.
Yeah, you can
Shall
never
we?
be too careful.
Should we go into the sitting room to be more comfortable? Should I leave? Just like looks awkwardly between everyone.
Why don't you let the lady of the house know?
Of course, sir. As Joss like turns because he's still pretty short, so he just little baby legs walking away. Yeah, I'll go try to find Sadiel and get her attention at least. So yeah.
Yes, what is it?
Lady Sadiel, I don't mean to wake you so early, but we already have guests. If you would like to freshen up, Lady Ophelia, as well as 2 paladins of Keen.
You see her just like touch the tattoo on her cheek, and her autumn Eladrin form switches back to that you saw at the masquerade.
You see as Joss like looks at her, he's like, they asked for you by name, by the way. Lady Satya.
Then consider
He
this
said
my
it-
alibi.
Alright. I'll let them know.
I will
Yes.
go see him myself, don't worry.
Alright. I'm here if you need me. I have no idea where Laffy is. He's the one who can fight.
Ah, company. Hello. Please. Right this way. See the man lead them to the dining room.
Cora's been in the rounds room. Like he's probably still like in meditation. Has no idea this is going on.
Well, you woke up early, I would assume. Because you only do it.
Yeah, you only need like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you just went to bed late. That's fine.
That's true.
And take 1 point of exhaustion.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is the Lady Sadiel here today? No, she is quite busy with some work elsewhere. But if you need any questions, I was at the masquerade myself. Yeah, this is cool. See him like eyeing the man, darting over to Payne. You left with a group of others, no? Are they here with you? I would have them be out here. You would be so kind.
Some of them are still resting, but they are here. This gentleman was kind enough to give us lodging for the evening.
It's very nice to see such generosity in such trying times. Nevertheless, there are some things that we need to undergo with such a major incident that happened at the palace last night. I'm sure you can wake them up for that.
Just gets up, excuses himself, heads outside, over to the lounge.
Hey,
Start.
I sent you the message.
Yeah, good job. She's already here.
Oh, that's fast. Is that teleportation magic?
Oh, that was your voice. I should have recognized it.
She was already at the door.
Yes,
That
when
was who was banging on the door.
Oh, and I will. Um, may I enter? I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to intrude.
yes, by all means, please. We have been going through the list of our guests of honor and would like to make sure we get everybody's story in check.
All right, I did. Now I've heard the commotion. Now I'm on my way out.
I was about to kick you awake.
See, Giles pulls up a booster seat, sits down.
I do apologize for the intrusive nature of this meeting, but you understand it is for the safety of our people.
No, of course.
And I would like to get every person's side of the story when it comes to ascertaining the incident.
So, what would you like to know?
There are a private room that we may vacate into. I want to make sure that our stories are not muddled with each other.
The bedroom is open, but I don't know if the lady of the house would like, unknown people to go into her room.
The office is the more, private areas, yes?
Come again?
The office is the more private area of the house, yes?
Yes, if you need to ask questions of us, then by all means. Very well. She points to the Sadiel Please, right this way. And you see them and Ophelia go into the room by themselves. Paladins keep watch out here.
I forget how scary she can be when she's being professional.
I don't like this.
How she found us so quickly is...
I wave hi at one of the guards.
He gives
Hi,
you
how you doing?
gives you a friendly wave back. Be honest,
How'd
you
they
were
work?
just the first on the list.
Working hard or hardly working, am I right?
Evening was spent burying the dead, alerting the loved ones and next of kin. Been a restless
Oh, yeah.
night for both of us.
Well, thank you for your service to the Light
Yes.
King.
It is unenviable work.
Ninja Penny.
What's Alafi up to?
He's doing his best to just listen into conversations. He wants to make sure that if the things are about to go down, he's going to pop in through one of the windows. Hearing that conversation, though, with these set of guards here, he's much less concerned and is trying to listen to the conversation of where Ophelia went.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You're on top of a roof trying to discern where people are going without seeing them.
Not easy. $23.
You already have the general idea of that they've gathered in the kitchen, and you begin to hear like doors opening and closing across the room, and you've got the general idea of that they're in the office space.
Okay. Alafi will hang out here. Just making sure that everyone's safe. And of course, listening to this glorious conversation.
Yeah, well, while you're not able to like hash out too many of the words, it sounds like friendly conversation. A simple testimony of the day's events that went on during that evening.
And Alafi will stay to make sure it stays that way.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Appreciate all of you.
It seems that whatever testimony that Sadiel's giving seems to hold water, as it doesn't seem to devolve into arguing or yelling.
Perfect. You don't have to go over details. If the conversation ends with no conflict, then it's no trouble to me.
Because, yeah, you can read lips and shit too, right? Yeah.
But there's no windows to that room. I couldn't help but notice.
right.
Oh, wait. Yes, there were. Yeah, but I'm not going to risk my head
Right.
being seen.
Yeah.
I hear the doors.
Give me a stealth check, Alafi.
Okay.
You're moving around the roof.
Dun, 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 dun.
Who's
Oh.
Alafi? Sorry, that should be a 26, not a 28.
Regardless, it seems you're keeping your weight very evenly distributed on the roof as you're just like acting as spy overneath the party.
I'm just a raccoon.
Don't you mean overhead?
But he-
Anyway.
If we shall just move down the line. Yusa, as she points over to Tora.
Very well.
Simply close the door behind you. Please, this will be very, very simple. I want to simply gauge your side of the story and figure out how things went from your perspective. So please. if you would tell me all the events that you have gone through in the masquerade.
Oh, so, where to begin?
Oh, before I forget,
There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
there you go.
Yeah, I was wondering when that would happen. So we were there as an invitation from Mr. Morrison. We had we previously saved his son who had been ill, so he granted us entry. We were there to make sure that he would continue to be okay. He wanted to show that his son had recovered and could return to his life. Skeleton was crashing in, came as a surprise to us, as did anybody else.
So you were there
I
on
was
behalf
the-
of the Morrison family.
Correct.
Please continue.
Well, after a friendly dance with the...
Oh, please, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. After a friendly dance with the sir of the house, that's when the ceiling and the walls caved in. Skeletons start swarming. My first thought was to try and get him out, so I am something of a gifted mage, if I do
Indeed.
say so myself.
I noticed that when you were dealing with the three-headed one. Please, are you self-taught, or did you learn that from the academy?
I'm supposed to be reporting to the academy, but we keep getting sidetracked, as it were. Most of it is self-taught. A lot of my own study. I just show her. I just like to pull out one of my magic cards and spin it around. Little unconventional.
Truly a gift. You did us quite a good service to dealing with that skeleton when you did.
It's regrettable I couldn't get to him faster. I was spent most of the time in the Grand Throne Room, trying to clear out as many there.
Well, I think I have heard everything I need to hear. I appreciate your honesty and your time.
Of course.
Oh,
And out you come.
The jig is up. Fucking book it. No.
The snap, it's all gone to shit, man. Let's get out of here.
Fluffy will be following
No,
on the roof
it's-
for all of these, by the way.
No.
If you're gonna go back, give me a stealth check.
Doing it again.
Let's go again.
Tor is very calm as he comes back.
Still with 26.
All right.
God damn. Ninja Luffy.
Rolling hot tonight, guys. It's crazy. What's
Oh
that?
my-
It's not combat. Time to roll like a god. That's still fun.
Luffy, Phantom of the Soap Opera.
Used to be a shadow monk for a reason.
Wow, these weird bandages make me balanced.
It's a tattoo.
Again, I must thank you very much for your patience. We will make sure to try to do this in a very respectful manner to your time. Now,
Oh, nice. Go ahead.
after you.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, he's going down the line, Rick. Okay.
Bye-bye, folks.
Okay.
The door shuts behind Ophelia.
Payne just takes a seat on the desk.
You just see her eyeing you up and down.
Something wrong?
Zwei, what has 2 years done to you?
2 years. Do you not mean 5?
I do not. Should it be different?
I suppose it should be. Considering that's my recollection of how long I've been gone. How's William?
He is fine.
Good.
He has been put into Falling Fire's custody for a time being. Until we can sort out his next of kin. Well, Mr. Morrison's next of kin. And what his plans were after his death.
I don't know of any other family. I didn't know my mother. I can imagine that William would have known his. So, if you can track down the mother, maybe that's something.
Ah, you're back. Why didn't you return sooner?
Because I couldn't and I did not want to.
I just realized you could hear in on this conversation.
I'm sure it wasn't that important.
That's fine.
Every report said that you were dead. And yet you stand before me.
I know. Can I ask, what has Branador told you? What has the report told you?
After our mission in Skylysium, you were caught and you were executed.
By whom?
By the authority of Skylysium.
And of course, they'd place the blame on Skylysium.
So I ask you again, why are you back? How are you back?
I was executed. But not by Skylysium. By Branador. For failing. For questioning. For doubting. Even though I gave everything I had.
all the years we've served under Saint Benedor?
Yeah. Listen, I don't understand it either.
I think I
But-
might.
Oh, really?
She holds her hand to her chest, and you begin to see her eyes glow with this bright yellow radiance of light. And you hear an audible gasp. You are undead. You have sided with our mortal enemies.
Not by choice.
Why didn't you come back then?
You think that they would have wanted me back?
We could have done something, find a cure for you, anything.
Prenador didn't care. That's why he executed me in the first place.
And I am supposed to just believe this from you.
Do you think that I would lie to you?
I do not know what to think right now.
Ophelia. Out of anyone who has ever known me, you were the closest.
We swore our fealty to the light of Keen together. We swore an oath underneath the ashen hand.
And we also were friends, Ophelia. And I still trust you. I would still like to trust you. If you'll listen.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Okay. I'm going to use the lucky feat. So,
You can always use that after you make the roll.
I'm gonna just do it.
If that's what you wish.
Yeah. Persuasion. Plus- 29.
That is
Wait, no,
definitely not a
that's-
29.
No, it is not. It is an 18. Sorry. I forgot to roll with advantage.
Sorry, just 1 second.
Okay.
Voices were getting so heated, Alafe was contemplating hopping off the roof just now. It's getting close. Dangerous conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I swore an oath to the crown of Keen. His laws are paramount. And our word is our bond. What words would you have that would shake that oath?
that group of vampires that attacked the ball. I know who they are, and I know why they attacked.
Go on.
Generations ago, there was a prophecy. A child of dreams will see the light. If a child of dreams sees the light, a wall will destroy all shadows. That was the prophecy given. Now, the vampire houses are basically fighting each other, trying to figure out how this prophecy is going to come to pass so that they can try and prevent it. And as you well know, those who try to fight against their own prophecy often see it coming to pass anyway. Mostly by their own doing. This group of vampires, known as Southstone, is known as the House of Bones. They are one of the most vile, one of the most absolutely sadistic monsters that can live in the dark. And they attacked the ball that night because they thought that my brother was that child of light. And they were wrong. And in doing so, that prophecy has now come to pass. A war is now imminent.
Then this prophecy that they were so desperate to attack the very palace of Keen.
It was a stupid move.
Who is it?
Child of Dreams. That goblin companion.
If I hear any footsteps for the door, Alafi is going to be moving to the front door.
When she saw the light that you had in bringing my brother back, that sealed it for them. And now, because of them, that prophecy is going to come to pass.
Payne, roll me an insight check.
Okay. Come on. Clear. There we go. Oh, nat 20!
You see her hand tensing up towards her weapon. And see her loyalty to the light of Keen being tested here. Why should she, so loyal to the crown, trust a Dampier? And what's stopping her from apprehending your friend here and now?
Ophelia. I've no words. I'm sorry that I failed you. I failed the hand, I failed my family, I failed numerous times over. I don't want to fail this. I don't want to fail my brother. I don't want to fail her, that goblin girl, and I don't want to fail you again. We may not be able to stop the prophecy, but we need to make it to the other side.
You did not fail me, Zwei. You died for your empire in Skylysium.
I was murdered. Don't you understand that? Brenadol murdered me.
And now you are someone different.
I don't. What would convince you? That I'm still the same person that you knew.
She steps really close to you. Forsake your undeath. Help me bring Zwei back. The way you are standing here, an undead, a Dhampir, an abomination to all that Keen has stood for. I should smite you here and now.
Elafi's gonna hop off the roof.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
Not as good. Only a 15. Still, not bad, but you know.
Alafi, you sort of drop down and you begin to hear the creaking of the wood beneath your feet. Ophelia's head turns over to hear it.
I really hope that wasn't one of us. He's so fucking stupid.
Elafi's still waiting for a little bit more conversation. He wouldn't know he's been heard.
Mind you, this is happening in like a split of a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And Elafi waits for that split second.
Payne is trying to hold back his emotions. Because, like, hearing that kind of talk from Ophelia, of all people, cuts deep. Like, real fucking deep.
Elafi can tell. Elafi wants to help, but he's not sure how. Not yet. Needs to hear more.
Ophelia, you remember when you were ogling at that strawberry shortcake? Way back in that pastry shop that was showing off their newest goods, drooling at the window, just begging to be let in just for a taste. A small morsel, and I dragged you away by the collar, telling you we needed to focus. I physically changed. I know that. I don't know if I can undo it. I don't know if I even... I don't know if I can. What I do know is that the information that I have, I only trust you with it. And I need you to start asking better questions here. Because you need to start asking why it is that I was executed. Why was I the only one that was executed and not the entire group that was involved? Why weren't you a part of that equation? When you were just as involved as I was. And yet I took the fall. What use did I run out of for them? What are they not telling you?
Stop. You can see her fist clenched tight. And she is going to whisper into your ear. You have 1 hour.
For what?
Be grateful I do not make it 1 second. And she steps out the door.
Hearing the door open, Elaf is going to start making for the front door.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally had myself clicked.
I do apologize, but something seems to have come up.
Oh, that's all right. We know you know where to find us, of course.
Yes, please, if you'll excuse us, I am sorry, we will have to get to this another time later.
Elaf will walk away. Never mind, I was about to come in, but just to say.
By your leave, I stand up as the lady is ready to leave.
Lady Ophelia, are you sure? I am sure. As you see, like, this sharp look on her face as she, like, sternly looks at one of the paladins. We must go. Come on, Amadois, do not dilly-dally. Yes, my lady. Have a wonderful day.
And you too. See, Jazz, like, almost visibly has that, like, flop sweat just, like, down himself, like, well, I think we should have had Pain go first, then. As he thinks about it.
Alafi, from where you're sitting, you see them all get in their car. And as it begins to drive off, you see Ophelia look back at the manor.
As she looks back, Elaf will peek his head out, like, properly to be seen, and give a wave.
Really turns around.
And a thumbs up. Why not?
You see,
And if she can read lips, she'll see me say thank you, but that probably doesn't work.
Alafi, you see a tear roll down her eye.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, no, I'm
And
leaving this next conversation.
I see thumbs up.
And unbeknownst to the paladins next to her, you see it burn her cheek.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah,
I love
crazy
when we go from
perception
a
aloft.
thumbs up thank you to being like the thumbs up droops and his face goes from thank you to concern, and then Alafi will walk back inside and say, what the fuck did you say to her?
Yes, we should have had you go first, Payne.
The conversation was like entirely normal. Are you okay?
No.
Never mind, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
All right.
And then Alafi's actually going to lean in and whisper, whatever happened, she's heartbroken. A tear on her face. Oh, that makes me so sad. You two have so much to catch up on, though.
Well, what's the plan for today? I feel
We have an hour.
Oh, wait, what?
An hour for what?
That fast?
That fast.
We're leaving in an hour, right now.
Now.
All right, cool.
We're
Let me
leaving
get my
now. We
bag.
have an hour to get out of the city. Understood.
Cool.
Okay.
I guess we're now returning the car. Let's just get ready to go. Go, go,
Oh,
go.
so we're using the car, that's for sure, but we're definitely not returning it. Well, not our problem.
Man, I won't get the deposit back.
Where's your wife?
He just taps his cheek, and you see we don't have to worry about her. She's not in the city.
And you can let her know not to come back in?
Yes.
Just confirm? Good, perfect, okay, then we can leave.
All
Always
right.
gotta protect your wife. That's, yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't have a wife. It's just fine.
From experience, better to stick around and protect. I wish I'd known that 80 years ago.
Oh man, I'll have to ask somebody to marry me.
Well, looks like we're heading north.
Well, we have a new set of problems. How are we going to get through the blockade in less than an hour?
We'll figure that out when we get there. We need to see what it looks like first.
Yes. I think Payne knows what they're doing, so we better still get in the car. Get ready.
Do you think if Ophelia ordered someone to let them pass, it would work?
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, she would have at least some authority, but the guards on the outer wall would have certain orders to not let people out.
Maybe she suspected that someone was sneaking out. She needed to take her and her squad outside to check. I'm just thinking, because we need every opportunity, and if we can use her face, we might as well, right?
I have no idea.
I do
what would be the
apologize
best
if that's
exit
fair.
out of here.
I mean,
There are 4 main gates in the city, and 2 of them at least lead north in some way. Through the industrial section and through the Vesta district.
We'll head northeast. So I suppose that would be
The closest exit, the Vesta district.
the Vesta. Isn't that convenient?
yes. We have a straight shot to it, but it's gonna be pretty tight.
I believe the
I mean-
lockdown's mostly in the inner ring. If we can get past that, we should be fine.
Mm-hmm. It should not have spread to the outer walls, presumably.
Let's start with the car, and then see if we need to go on foot once we get closer.
Right, I'll drive.
And when we have a moment, I would love to speak with you
Yeah.
about how to make up with friends. I'm not sure if that's a thing you've had to do much of, but I'm still 90% she cares about you. Us here care about you. Try not to worry about it too much. Time heals all wounds and all that. If my wife can still love me, she can still be friends with you.
Yeah, warm and fuzzies once we get out of here.
I'm talking while I'm moving, and I move faster than you by like twofold anyway.
You see
No,
Joust
no,
real
no.
quick. Real quick, I'm also gonna bonk my head with a book as you see Joust is going to use borrowed knowledge to learn how to drive a car. All right, let's figure this out.
I imagine it's like
What?
I imagine it's like when Fry handed him the manual. It's like, you don't know how to drive. I do now.
Yeah, I do now. Yeah, Joust is like, hey, could you hand me the instruction book, Joanna? Oh, you mean this? All right, let's boogie.
Just
All
for
right,
just for
let's go.
giggles, give me that roll with the proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Don't forget, you also have to roll wild magic for that.
Yes, let me roll my wild magic real quick, see if I accidentally blow up the car.
It would be
boy.
terrible
Oh,
and
no.
hilarious.
Oh, it's an 11. Okay,
That's
we're
2
all
ones.
right.
It counts, right?
Okay, it's double 1. Yeah, it's double wild magic. Let's see. So I would be.
Roll me a d10.
Oh, D10. D10. 1. I think it'll start jiggling.
You shrunk down to 5'5" last time, right?
I am 5'5".
You're now 5'4".
Oh, you see Joust turn around. He's like, hey, hang on to your bet, Jones. They call me Short Round now. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
What
And
did you...
11's passable driving.
Yeah. Well, no, that was just the.
Oh, that was.
wild
Oh,
magic.
yeah, that was the wild magic. Yeah, you still gotta give me that roll.
Let's see. So it's actually gonna be a plus.
You're gonna be a small-sized creature soon.
Doesn't that thing do the opposite
21.
when you roll evens? Normally, I guess.
Odds you shrink, evens you grow.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. 21 driving.
21. Yeah, you're able to just start making moves.
The good thing is, after an hour, I'll be like, well, I don't know how to stop. Wait, what? I don't remember how to drive anymore. It's funny. It looks like a preteen's driving now. You know?
Soon enough, you're gonna need some blocks for your feet.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be Short Round for Dr. Jones. And that is second level. Cool. Borrowed knowledge. Great spell.
Hey, Joust,
Mm-hmm.
was I drunk last night, or am I a little bit taller?
Well, I don't think it's right to say that a woman could get a little wider, but you are what they call... No, that's rude. I think I'm just getting shorter. Yeah, I am a gentleman, Jonna, and even I notice certain things. She's driving like...
She looks very confused.
You can't just do... I'm gonna mute him. So...
I told you, I'm... Don't worry, hopefully I can fix this height problem. But for now, we gotta get out of the city.
We'll try to keep this simple.
Oh, is it like House of the Dead? Left, right. Oh no.
Well, luckily you're in such close proximity to the gate. It's a short drive towards it, which means you get a pretty quick sight of the security that they've put at the gate. We're just gonna reuse an asset here because why not?
Hey, why not?
Oh, is it one from a while back? We're
Oh, is
some
it-
stone giants, maybe?
Ah,
Very, very good.
suddenly stone giants.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Wow. I remember I got hit by a tree right about there. I remember that.
I actually feel lightheaded after that. Like, oh my god.
Wow, throwback. What was that?
The fucking...
Episode 16 or something like that?
Boy, it's a shame I deleted all those Crown's guards when I did.
Oh, darn.
Because you would see that this
Did it.
gate is heavily fortified.
Is the gate closed?
The gate is closed, and you see like a row of Bright Guard.
Hey, Tora. How fireball resistant does that gate look to you?
You really want me to fireball our way out?
It's just a thought. We have
No.
time to think.
No, we're not going to brute force our way through.
We're already wanted. We have a very short time frame. We got here pretty quickly.
Don't want to be more wanted.
Don't
Look,
worry,
The fireball's the
I've
backup
got
plan.
this.
There we go. Boop, boop. Boop, boop.
And besides, I'd rather not have to kill a whole bunch of innocents to get through a gate.
Oh, so a fireball was your first option.
I made it.
I did say rather not. It just... I like to come up with a backup plan first.
They say that a magic missile has your name on it, but a fireball is addressed to whom it may concern.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta write that one down.
And it'll be mostly gate, hopefully.
Essentially, you drive up to this blockade, and one of them waves you down, just like, hold! The Cerise district is under lockdown until we get word from the paladins. I'm sorry, I'm afraid you'll have to turn back.
Oh, really?
Paladins.
Darn. I was told that
Paladins
we.
let us through.
Unfortunately, we are on strict orders to leave the city.
By who?
As I'm like, oh, I am just the assistant. I will ask my associates. As I like turn around, and I'm just like, sirs, we had those orders. His head does like the full 360 like an owl to turn back at them.
Jesus.
Does Drana remember Ophelia's full name?
You never got Ophelia's full name. Unless Payne told you.
I think Payne said it a few times, but...
Yeah, it was in the midst of combat. We had, I don't know.
Are we really going to throw Ophelia under the bus for this?
I'd rather not. Personally.
Elafi does his disguise self trick and makes himself look like Ophelia.
I was like, if you would like,
And then-
you may talk with her herself.
And then Ophelia pokes her head out the window and just waves her hand like, we need to get through. Trying to emote that. And then ducks back into the car quickly. Trying to look like she's in the midst of something important.
The paper, the transfer paperwork is all there.
Roll me a deception check.
Oh,
Literal
yeah.
shot in the dark. Who?
Joust. The lion boy.
Yes, joust.
So
Thank
this is
God.
gonna be a +7 because I have a bardic shit.
I feel like asking for advantage is too much.
18.
I did kind of help, but at the same time, the
Yeah.
only reason we got to make the check was because we had
Yes.
Ophelia here.
Yeah, that is true. Yes. So I don't know if it gave me advantage or anything, but yeah, I'll just go with that.
But, Lady Ophelia, isn't your investigation inside the ring here? Why do you need to go outside?
I believe that is above your pay grade, Captain.
Ophelia will poke her head back out the window again and put a finger over her mouth and then point, be like, 2 fingers outside. She's trying to be sneaky about it. There's 2 outside.
You can hear him just like bickering with one of the guards.
Elafi will come back inside and say, this was such a shot in the dark. Oh, God.
See, just like kind of turns around and does a quick message, like a finger poke. And he's just like, "Don't worry, I might have
Aura.
one backup plan."
Can you fake speech? Oh, my God, they're moving.
Best of luck with your investigation, Lady Ophelia. Let him through! And you hear the gates slowly begin to open as you drive
And I
through
will-
the line between the Sunrise District and the Vesta District.
Alafi will mimic the motions that Ophelia did when we were at that ball when people were moving through. Like the whatever type of nod she gave, she does the same thing right here.
He look taller to you? I don't know.
I mean, in those heels,
I mean, she literally
those
made a
are
miracle.
killer heels. I'm amazed that she can
Also-
even fight in those things.
The furball disguise self lets you change your height even further than
Yeah,
normal.
I know. I was just making a joke. Like, she seemed a bit taller. I don't know.
It's true.
Listen, man, she literally brought a kid back from the dead. If you believe the rumors. Like, wow.
I can't believe that worked.
Jas is driving. He's like, well, we got a few more ahead of us. But
I'd
we
rather
should
we
be.
not do something like that ever again, please.
Don't worry, I can't do it again today, so it don't matter. We got
Well,
past
that-
the first gate. Let's hope the second gate's more quiet.
We should have just used Black Line.
Well, either way. we
Hindsight,
won't.
but, you know.
Yeah, let's see how far fast this thing
We
can
knew
go.
Ophelia was out wandering. We have no idea where Black Lion is.
Yeah, Black Line would not be running out between districts.
With that, you're sort of, it's a strange, somber ride across this section of the city. To your left, you see essentially the agricultural center of Falling Fire, the Sunrise District. You see fields upon fields of crops as far as the eye can see, with these sort of greenhouses nestled between each of the farmhouses. You wager food like this could feed the entire city.
I mean, Fallen Fire is self-sustaining.
See, now this is nice.
Hell,
It's
It's
nice in a very controlling way.
At least there are, plants on the regular. And space to breathe.
as you can see, Joss is like pointing this into the wall. It is all regulated. Each of these orchards are, confined to certain fields, different things. Crop rotation, of course, to keep the soil turbulent. But the volcanic soil is probably quite good for growing.
Despite that, though, across the horizons past the farms, you do see the smog and smoke coming from the industrial section of the city further beyond.
Yep, good
Kind
for
of giving this
plants.
sort of somber experience to this agricultural boon.
It's like it's like in Central Park. You still see the smog around, yeah.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to not being in the city anymore.
Yeah,
You and me both.
I'll miss it. It was nice visiting. But I wouldn't want to live here. Am I right?
I'm also so happy those guards didn't catch us. I really didn't want to have to kill them.
That was really impressive.
Well, I didn't want to belittle him like that, but good job on that, Alafi. I was gonna do one other thing, but it would have been messy. Not like painful, but like colorful.
In the midst of this conversation, what would I need to roll to try and hide the fact that Payne's crying?
This would be
Exception.
Deception.
Okay.
It's not a stealth.
Nope. Oh, it's a nat one.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
Hey,
buddy.
You just start
Hey, did you
sobbing. Oh my god.
Dane, did you get the joke?
It is hard to
Oh,
keep
oh.
your emotions in check underneath all of this pressure you're experiencing.
He's burying his face in his hands.
Oh
Like
my
he is
goodness.
trying to hold himself together, but he can't.
I think I should focus on Dryden.
I'm not sure if anyone has ever said this to you before. And I hope I'm not overstepping. Sometimes if you need to cry, just cry. It's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to be weak sometimes.
There is nothing wrong with
Yep.
this sorrow.
No one here is gonna judge it.
He doesn't say anything. He just quietly sobs.
Here, take one of my many, many, many kerchiefs.
Fuck off, Charles.
All right.
We still only have an hour. How far is this road to the next gate?
Given our current speed, a little bit.
How fast can it go?
Given its weight and the instruction manual I read, no more than about 20-something miles per hour.
Faster than a horse and buggy.
I mean, I'm still used to this new system. Fancy. I mean, I prefer being a horse. Do you want me to turn into a horse? That would be cool.
I thought that was Alafi's job.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we both take turns.
Last
Yeah.
time we turned you into a horse, it was horrifying.
Well, I've learned how to breathe this time.
Flashbacks to that.
Horrifying.
The rest of us just look confused. Meanwhile, Sadiel is just like, what?
These are the revolutionaries I've chosen.
He's like, oh my god, I'm going to die with these idiots. It's like, I'm gonna die with them.
Why don't you hold that pedal down and see how fast it really goes?
I mean, alright.
Alright, make another roll for me.
Alright, +7 that. I don't know how I wobbled myself all the way around.
You're literally putting the pedal to the metal to the other metal.
If you crash,
Oh wow, left turn. It's a wall. Just crash. Only a 13, not great.
13. It's a bit of a rough ride. As soon as you feel like you're about to like start losing control, you sort of like slow your pace back down.
Let's keep it in the designated speed zone. You know, says the signs say that we can't go above a certain limit.
It seems silly to me. If you know what you're
Yeah.
doing, why would you want to go slower?
I know, right? I mean, the safety
Do not
menu
follow this
said
advice. This is D&D. What I
D&D.
said just now was very stupid.
obey all the speed limits. And-
Remember,
obey all
if
the
you can
speed
handle
limits.
120, why not go 120?
Oh my god.
School
please
zone.
don't.
School
We do
zones.
not
I don't see
endorse
any kids.
speed limits.
No,
For-
Hey,
for legal
as a
reasons-
Canadian, going 120 on a highway isn't that uncommon.
okay, for
my
legal
gosh.
reasons, this is a bit.
Yep,
This is a
yep,
bit.
yep.
Yeah, we are not condoning or anything. But
I
yeah,
don't know, we're
Joss will
talking
keep.
about...
Yeah, Joss will keep it definitely on the speed limit because yeah.
Click it or ticket. I don't know.
You know how fast you're going? No, I can't see the speedometer on this thing. I could barely see
For
over
it
the
does not
dashboard.
exist.
The pressure gauge was at 3/8. Does that
Well, I
matter?
thought we were
It
going
does.
kilometers, not miles. No wonder it was so hard to get up to 120.
Yeah, that's right. Canadian jokes.
A few hours pass as you've been driving along this long stretch of farm road. Eventually, though, all roads must converge to the gates, and to say these are larger than life is an understatement.
Mhm.
You could probably fit 3 Zeppelins through this thing and still have room to drive your caravan through.
Mhm.
Like,
I'm thinking Great Wall of China vibes.
think World of Warcraft scale.
Oh wow, like Ogremar big. Like whoa,
Yeah.
that's big. Oh, that's a big wall.
It is a
Yeah.
grand gate with many, many bright guards keeping watch of it. It's almost like the wall itself has to climb over the crater that has been made here in order to just see across the horizons. You're almost like going up to it at an incline.
We're taking it at a slope.
Because like when this city was made, it wasn't flattened out. It's still like a rounded crater.
But this is like we've been climbing up the ends of it to get to the near upper limit of the crater.
Precisely.
Ah, right. So, oh, that's why I went slower. By the way, we're going uphill.
But as the rumors were abound, It seems they only locked off the inner district. And this wide gate is open. Free for travelers to come and go as they please through the cradle of the civilization.
Yeah, Lilafi, take your last look at the fallen fire. We're getting out of here.
Okay.
What? You only get to go to Fallen Fire once. We didn't even get to the gift shop.
Oh, thank gods.
Ooh, can we stop at the gift shop?
Ah, no, we just passed the last one.
Very funny.
That was the last chance one. They have it right at the crater edge.
Yeah, you see him hanging out plushies of Keen.
Yeah, we don't
The
need
light,
those.
the light be with you. It's as you squeeze.
The light be with you.
Hi
That's
there,
his canon voice now.
No.
Oh god!
No.
fool!
That's the plushy seller.
That was the salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, nobody ever buys one of these things. He's like,
Maybe I should make the beard more floofy.
whatever.
How are you holding up, Hayden? Been a couple hours.
Pain
Doing all right?
is silent. You can see the red on the tear stains. He's just quiet.
If you need
He
longer still, that's fine too.
Yeah.
So, with that, you have set yourself out of the crater of falling fire and onto greener pastures towards Skylysium.
It's gonna take us 2 weeks to get to Gallius.
By the way, I don't know.
For as long as this thing has gas. Once we run out, it's probably gonna take longer.
Yeah, the core might not last.
It'll
as
be
long
about a
as we're-
5 days journey to Skylysium.
Mhm.
Between there and here, you have a fog of thoughts just raining over you. These big leaps and bounds have left your heads heavy.
You said it.
That's where we're gonna end the session.
Damn it, man! You got me tearing up.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Scarlet! We love you. Happy birthday, emotional. Damn it!
Ah!
Here's your
You get to
present.
keep that birthday dice though.
I do.
Yeah.
With
Thank
the
God I
lucky
didn't
feed, you
use
could
it this
keep that
session.
thing for a while.
Yeah.
When are you gonna need a regular reroll when you got the lucky feed? Damn.
Exactly.
We'll have to see what we can do about that. But till then, thank you all so much for watching this. We will be back once again next week to see where scheduled conflicts takes itself. Till then, keep it sweet, everybody. Bye-bye!
Bye.
That last thing Bob said was a threat.
Yeah.
Perhaps.